Despite what you may think, you do not need an LLC or any kind of big business to get business credit cards. Even if you just sell your old clothes or babysit or make any kind of money outside of your normal 9-to-5 job, you are your own business and you can get approved for a business credit card with your social security number. Matter of fact, with the way that a business is defined in the United States, even if you just have an idea for a business that could make potential income in the future, you technically have a business. Now that's cool and all, but why should you care about business credit cards? Not only do these business credit cards offer you a ton of different earning categories and benefits than personal credit cards do, but more importantly, these cards do not get reflected in your personal credit report. So all the spend you put on the cards, the credit limits that come on them, and even the amount of accounts that you have open with business credit cards are all not going to be reflected in your personal credit report at all. The maximum ding that you're going to get on your credit report when it comes to business credit cards is that hard inquiry that comes on your account whenever you first apply for one, but those of course are not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, and not even all business cards will pull your personal credit at all. Also, because this is the case, business credit cards do not contribute to certain lenders' requirements, like the infamous Chase 524 rule, for example. And on top of that, business credit cards usually come with the highest welcome offers out there on the entire credit card market. And the 3 cards we're going to be talking about today are a prime example of that in action. 2 of the cards having the highest welcome offers they have ever had in the history of the card, so make sure you stick around for those. The first of the 3 cards we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Chase Inc. Cash Card. This card is currently coming with a 90,000 point welcome offer, which is the highest welcome offer it's ever had. To get those points, you're going to have to spend $6,000 in 3 months. While that may be steep for some, just remember that the normal welcome bonus that comes on this card is 75,000 points for spending $7,500 in 3 months of having the card. So not only did Chase increase the amount of points you'll get with this welcome offer, but they also lowered the amount of spend that you have to do to get it. So if you are in the market for this card or the other 2 cards we're going to be talking about today, go ahead and check out the links in my description to learn more about the cards before you apply, and in doing so you will support the channel, so I'll thank you ahead of time. Now these points that you earn with this welcome offer are going to be Chase Ultimate Rewards points, and in combination with the personal Chase Sapphire cards or the Chase Inc. Preferred that we'll be talking about later, you'll be able to transfer your points out to travel partners to automatically increase the value of your points. So let's say we go ahead and do that with all of these points. If you were to do so, I would value your points at about 2 cents per point on average. And with that being the case, this welcome offer is going to give you $1,800 worth of free travel. But if you still did want to redeem for cash back, you could do that at 1 cent per point, and that would give you $900, of course. Now, an $1,800 welcome offer is pretty insane in its own right, but not to mention this card comes with no annual fee. So that's extra insane if you ask me. Now, as for earning rates, this card is going to get you 5x back on office supply stores, internet, cable, and phone services with a cap of $25,000 worth of spend. It'll also get you 2x back at gas stations and restaurants, also with a cap of $25,000 worth of spend, and then an unlimited 1x on everything else. The 5x categories that come on this card are obviously going to be super hard to come by, if not impossible to get with personal credit cards, so that's a big reason that this card in particular is so sought after. As for additional benefits on this card, you are going to get an auto rental collision damage waiver, so you can decline the rental company's collision insurance when paying for a rental on this card. You're also going to get travel and emergency assistance services, roadside dispatch, purchase protection that covers new purchases up to 120 days against damage and theft, up to $10,000 per claim and $50,000 per account, and extended warranty protection that extends the manufacturer's warranty on any product that you buy on this card another year if that extended warranty was only 3 years or less. Now that's a pretty solid first card for this setup, but we also want to be able to increase the base earning rate that we get on all of these cards. So to do that, the next card in this setup is going to be the Chase Inc. Unlimited. This card is once again coming with the highest welcome offer it's ever had at 90,000 points after spending $6,000 in the first 3 months of having the card. That's another $1,800 worth of free travel or another $900 worth of cash back depending on how you redeem. And once again, this card also comes with no annual fee. As for the way this card earns, it's going to be very simple at 1.5x on every single purchase you make on this card, unlimited. Also, to keep things even more simple, it's going to come with the exact same additional benefits that I mentioned on the Chase Inc. Cash Card. So from a bird's eye view, this card is going to be your catch-all card in this credit card setup that guarantees that the lowest amount you should ever earn with these cards is 1.5x if your purchases fall outside of the main spending categories that the Chase Inc. Cash and the Chase Inc. Preferred come with. So basically, like I always say with these catch-all cards, when in doubt, pull this card out. So for the third card in this setup, we got to talk about the card that pulls this whole entire Chase Inc. trifecta together. That card, of course, being the Chase Inc. Preferred card. First of all, this card comes with a welcome bonus of 100,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points after spending a whopping $15,000 on this card in the first 3 months of having it. This is obviously a really hefty amount of spend to be putting on a card in the first 3 months of having it, but if you do have a lot of business expenses coming up soon, you might want to hold off on those until you can go ahead and apply for this card and put it all on it at once to get the welcome bonus right away. Now, this is one of the Chase cards that I did mention earlier that allows you to start using your Chase points to transfer out to travel partners. And of course, whenever you do transfer them out to travel partners, you're basically automatically going to increase the value that your points get. Usually Chase points have a base value of 1 cent per point, point because you can redeem them for cashback or gift cards or through the Chase travel portal for 1 cent per point. But once you get a little bit of a higher tier card like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Ink Preferred like we're talking about here today, not only will those cards give you an automatic 25% boost on all of your points when using the Chase travel portal or the pay yourself back feature, but they automatically grant you access to Chase's travel partners, which is why I value my Chase points at least 2 cents per point. If you do transfer to certain travel partners like Hyatt, for example, you can get upwards of even 10 cents per point in value. But to be conservative, we're going to always value our Chase points at 2 cents per point on this channel. So with that value and the 100,000 points you get with this welcome offer, you can get $2,000 worth of free travel. Or if you redeem all those points for cashback at 1 cent per point, you can get $1,000 cash into your pocket. Being that this is a mid-tier card, it is going to come with a small annual fee of $95 a year. However, I would argue that the amount of value you can get from this card just by transferring out to travel partners with your points is going to cover that annual fee every year very easily. But on the earning side of things, this card is going to get you 3x back on shipping, advertising with certain social media and search engines, internet, cable, phone services, and travel. And all those 3x categories have a combined cap of $150,000 worth of spend in the year. And then after that, you get 1x on everything else, which is why you're going to use the Chase Ink Unlimited as your catch-all card to increase the amount that you earn to at least 1.5x on every purchase. As for additional benefits on this card, it does come with quite a few, the first of which being no foreign transaction fees on this card. It also gets you trip cancellation or trip interruption insurance, which could reimburse you up to $5,000 per person and $10,000 per trip for any prepaid non-refundable travel expenses like hotels or flights. On top of that, it also gives you cell phone protection on up to $1,000 per claim for damage or theft for you or your employees listed on your monthly phone bill. This is also on only up to 3 claims per year, and with each claim you make, you will pay a $100 deductible, so keep that in mind. And even with all of those benefits, it's still going to give you the same roadside dispatch, auto rental collision damage waiver, purchase protection, and extended warranty protection like the Chase Ink Cash and Unlimited cards. These 3 cards not only earn really well in combination with each other, but the value that you can get from the welcome bonuses alone on these 3 cards is pretty staggering, especially since this setup is only $95 a year. But if you do end up getting one of these cards, you're going to need a slim, sleek, and functional wallet to be able to put those in. And lucky for you, Ekster has very kindly decided to sponsor this video. Matter of fact, let me actually grab the Ekster wallet that I bought over a year ago and have got a ton of use out of to show y'all. And ever since I got this wallet, I immediately fell in love with it. Maybe it's because I'm an engineer and I just love the way that this thing opens. After using a bunch of their different wallet designs for quite some time, I can tell you that every single one of them has been super slim and easy to carry around in my pocket. And that's pretty crazy to say because they do hold 12 or more cards plus cash. Plus, all of their wallets have built-in RFID protection that will keep all of your information secure on all of your credit cards. And if you are watching this part of the video, you'll be happy to know that Ekster is running a Black Friday sale right now. And this is their biggest sale of the year, offering you up to 35% off on all of their products site-wide. On top of that, they have 3 exclusive bundles that are out right now for Black Friday only, where you can get up to 40% off. But of course, it doesn't stop there, because if you use the link in my description or use the promo code Spencer Johnson at checkout, you're going to get an extra 5% off stacked on top of that discount you're already getting on these products. These are all high quality modern wallets that are going to make great gifts for this holiday season, but this Black Friday sale does only last from November 10th until November 27th, so you better jump on this now and use my promo code to get an extra 5% discount on your purchase. Thank you again to Ekster for sponsoring this part of the video, and let's get back to it. With the welcome bonuses you're going to get on these 3 cards alone, you're going to accumulate a total of 280,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. With a value of, again, 2 cents per point when transferring out to travel partners, that's going to give you an automatic $5,600 worth of free travel with these welcome bonuses. And that's not to mention all the points you'll be getting from the spin that you do to hit these welcome bonuses. Or if you are on Team Cashback, that's still going to give you $2,800 of cash that you can put in your pocket after hitting all these welcome bonuses. Now, of course, like we talked about, to get that kind of redemption value from your Chase Ultimate Rewards points at 2 cents per point with travel partners, you can use the Chase Ink Preferred to accomplish this, but you can also use the personal counterpart, the Chase Sapphire branded cards, to do the same. And lucky for you, all of Chase's Ultimate Rewards points can be combined across personal and business credit cards. So even if you just got the 2 no annual fee Ink cards, the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited, and then let's say that you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred on the personal side of things, you could bring that 180,000 points that you got from the welcome bonuses on the Chase Ink cards and then move them over to your Chase Sapphire Preferred card, where you can then transfer out to travel partners with that card itself. And in doing so, you're going to get the maximum amount of value you can from those points. So bottom line, even if you don't want to pay an annual fee to get the Chase Ink Preferred, but you could still apply for the Chase Ink Cash or Chase Ink Unlimited, now is the time to do that with those elevated welcome offers that are the highest they've ever been. And like I said earlier, you can learn more about those cards in the description down below, because obviously the amount of value you can get from this Chase Ink trifecta is pretty unmatched. And it's especially hard to beat whenever you combine it with the Chase trifecta on the personal side. So if you aren't quite ready to apply for Chase business cards, go ahead and watch this video next, where I talk about the the Chase trifecta on the personal side, which is going to really help accelerate the amount of points that you earn on your everyday spend in order to book free travel with your Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Thank you so much again to Ekster for kindly sponsoring this video. And as always, Odin and I both want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.